Greetings. Yes, it's me again. And I'm here on a Friday night. And, sorry, normally I do not, you won't see me on a Friday night because normally I'm at work. And tonight I am not. And, that's because I don't work there anymore. I, got into a conversation with the woman in charge of the house I work in. The woman is not my boss, but, she liked to boss people around. And she was the one who told me, because she's in charge of the houses that I work in, that I needed to get my own replacement. And everything I tried to do to get a replacement, she said no to, because she had to approve it. The first thing was, could Chris work for me? No, that will put Chris into overtime. So Chris can't do it for you. And I said, okay, so who could do it for me? And she said a part-time person. And she said Mary. Not Mary, my friend, a different Mary. And I said, okay, do you have Mary's number? This was a text conversation, I don't know, over a week ago, or maybe a week ago, and I never heard back from her. So I got a hold of Mary, and Mary was going to check and see if she could do it. But Mary has another job, and she wanted to work 3 to 11 instead of 2 to 10. And so I texted the woman in charge of the house, and she said no. So I texted back and said, well, how about if Mary comes in at 3 but only works until 10 like I do? And she came back and said, I guess that would be okay. So in the meantime, Mary's checking on the job. She has 2 jobs. So her other job, not with this company, with another company, she calls her person that she's going to relieve at midnight on the same night and says, can I come in at 10:30 or 11 because I'm going to fill in for this other woman, me, until 10 in Delaware. Her other person never responds. So I'm thinking, okay, what if Chris can still do her marathon? She worked the marathon from Friday night at 10 until Sunday afternoon when I came in. So I'm thinking, what if I work the 10 to 6, and then that will take off of her shift, 8 hours at the beginning, but move it to the end. So I text Chris, and she says, yes, I'd be glad to do that as long as the woman in charge of the house approves it. Okay, I text the woman in charge of the house. No. It will put her into overtime because it's, I don't know, in another pay period or something. I think I mentioned that in my previous vlog. Okay. In the meantime, I got the phone call from the other guy who wanted me to fill in for him, and turns out Chris is filling in for him another day, which kind of means it's going to put him into overtime. Okay. So I forget why I was talking to her yesterday, but the woman in charge of the house, I said, I'm not going to be able to work on Sunday. What was the reference to that conversation? Why did we start that? I don't know, but let me look here. See if I can tell you real quick. So she said, what happened to Mary? And I said, well, she can't do it. I said, well, I'm not going to be there Sunday. And she said, what? You have to. And I said, no, I'm not going to be there. So I guess you might as well just cover all of my shifts. She said, what? When is your last day? I said, well, it can be tomorrow after I work if you want me to work tomorrow. And she responds, get this is priceless. No, I can cover it. You only work 3 days a week. I'm like, okay. Thinking to myself, okay, you can cover it. I only work 3 days a week. But when I ask for a day off, you can't cover it. Okay. I said, are you're covering tomorrow night? And she said, if you're not working here anymore, I will have to find someone to cover the 3 days you work. Are you quitting? And I said, I'm not working Sunday. Will I be fired for that? And she said, I already told you need to find someone part-time, so then you say you're just not coming in? That's not how it works. You can't just ask for a day off in 1 week and think you can have it off. I have people that need hours off that follow the policy for time off. And I said, I'll just talk to the manager tomorrow. Which I knew was the manager was not going to listen to me because basically she's tight with the woman that's in charge of that house. And she doesn't respond to calls or anything either. And so she's taken over the management of this, like there's 14 homes in the town, I think. She's come to the town probably twice. And the rest of the time she sits in her office in Columbus. So, I've called her numerous times. When I went on that trip with the group in September, I wasn't paid all of my pay. I was shorted 10 hours, overtime hours, which time and a half. And I filled out the proper paperwork to have that taken care of. The pay period after I got paid for that time when we were gone on the trip. And I turned it in and I faxed it in. I have, there's a paper that prints out on the fax machine that says your fax was successfully sent. So I sent it. And I didn't get paid for it the next pay period, so I sent it again with a phone call, and I never got a response from the phone call. I called the lady I was supposed to call. I left a voicemail. I called my manager. Never got a response from her. She never responds. That's what I'm getting at. Okay. I got paid for that time that I was gone, the last week in September, that we were in Outer Banks with the folks with disabilities. I got paid those 10 hours of overtime that I was cheated on December 31st. And I had to bug the heck out of them to get that money. And my manager, I had called her numerous times, and there'd be times when, she wouldn't answer, or I'd leave her a voicemail. And I'd say, please call me and let me know where this stands, what's going on with it. I'd get no return call from her. And I finally ended up catching her like the day after Christmas at like 8 o'clock in the morning, which normally I'm not awake, and I woke her up. But I got to talk to her. So anyway, my point is, she doesn't respond. So this morning I called at 9:30 and left her a message to please give me a call as soon as possible. I needed to talk to her about something here. And I didn't get a call back. And at 11:30, I called her again, and it rang like 4 times. And then I got a text that said I'm in a meeting. And I never got a call back from her the rest of today. Now, the way it stood, I'm assuming that the other woman was covering my shift tonight. Because it sounded like she was saying, I'll cover your shift, And I was basically saying, at this point, it's not about Sunday. It's about the point of the whole thing. That I'm not allowed to have Chris cover for me because that puts her into overtime. But Joe's allowed to have her cover for him because even though that puts her into overtime. Okay, that was my whole point. That was the whole reason. There have been a lot of things with this company that have made me crazy, and it was just the final straw. So, and I'm really going to miss my people. I called my guys tonight that I would have worked with and said, I'm not going to be there, and I just wanted to say hey, and so I'm not going to be there to cook with you tonight because one guy, we had set aside some of his food to cook tonight. He has a hard time managing his food, so we had taken it next door to the other house that is over there and locked it up. Another house that staff work in. But we had locked it up so that he would have it so that we could cook tonight. So I said, just go over there when their staff get there and tell them that it's okay for you to get your food. But he was disappointed that I wasn't going to be there, and that made me feel good, but it made me feel sad at the same time because I probably won't see him anymore. And I am rambling on, and I just wanted to come on real quick and say, I'm not going to be there. I got a phone call this morning from the company that I went to yesterday and talked to the people. They want me to come in on Monday afternoon and talk to them some more because I think they want me to fill out paperwork. So I'm pretty excited about that because that sounds pretty exciting and positive and everything. And also, I was just going to tell you that, I made the blue fingerless mitts and I made some mistakes in there. And so and my coat is red. You've seen me in the car in my coat. And so today I made these with the red yarn that I had. And I like them. They turned out good. They're not my coat's red and black. And they seem more pink with the, the purple and pink and grayish colors in there. But I like them. I like them, like them. I like them, like them, like them. Anyway. Okay, I think that's all I got. It's 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Oh, and I called up to my internet today. So I might as, I'm making a video. I might as well use it up. I got it, right? Okay, I think that's all. I hope this works. For some reason, my Logitech software, I don't know if I got a new computer or what, but I downloaded this software from the internet so I could do videos, and I found my software. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube, remove it, and reload the original. So hopefully it works. I'll talk to y'all soon.